Ready?
I'll say something real.
Okay.
Why did I start Headjam? I started Headjam because I love design. The power of design, it's everything. I believe that any mark, colour, proportion, line, piece of digital film has so much power. So Headjam's vision is to keep that alive and the standard really high. I'm Nicola Xavier Cuppage and I founded Headjam 20 years ago.
When Luke and I bought into the business, we were pretty young. We were about 22. We'd just moved back from Melbourne. We didn't know what we were saying yes or no to. You know, running a business is a lot of hard work. But now, 12 years later, I can't really imagine not doing it. My name's Sarah Cook. I'm the Chief Creative Officer at Headjam.
When I started as a principal at Headjam, I used the experience that I had through photographic and film production in the UK and started to round out the agency's services across 3D animation, video production, development, photography. And really it was about taking what was traditionally a graphic design studio and bringing it into a multidisciplinary service agency. I'm Luke Kellett and I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Headjam.
I love ideas. I love thinking of ideas and collaborating with people to find an idea that is great and fits that client perfectly. The one you could never do for anybody else, it just fits them like a sort of tailored suit. I'm Mike Preston, Executive Creative Director of Headjam. As you can tell by my white hair, I've been in the business over 50 years.
We work in 4 sectors, which is health, education, community and arts. That kind of came out of what we were already doing. So a few years into having run the business, along with Nicola, we kind of sat down and tried to analyse what it was that we were already doing. So what we realised set us apart was that we were focusing, even unintentionally at that time, on these specific sectors, and the intuitive nature of that meant that it just came from a place of heart.
By staying in those areas, we work in areas that we want to do good in, and it means that we choose not to work in other areas. A principle isn't a principle until it costs you money, so
There's something really satisfying about getting into a business and finding all that messiness and complexity and then just picking out some very powerful parts of that business and being able to communicate that to the world.
We do these amazing sort of workshops, with sort of co-design workshops with our clients when we start a new project. And it's that interest in people and what they're doing and why they're doing it. It's meant that I've never lost the passion for the business, because each job we do is different. You become a sort of semi-expert in all sorts of weird and wonderful things. You find out so much. It's great when you play trivia because you know a lot. You can answer bizarre questions on all sorts of subjects.
I think the stigma of having an agency in a regional centre is that your work is regionally focused and can't be of a national or global standard. And we've really over the years tried to challenge that.
It is just unbelievable what people are doing in Newcastle. It's a town that's so exciting and invigorating and progressive on all fronts.
We've had some really wonderful success where some of our campaigns have gone international across different countries, which is really awesome. That great creativity can start in Newcastle and can be distributed around the world.
I've always known that you can do great work anywhere. It's obviously easier if you're doing it with great people around you.
There couldn't be a better team than Luke, Sarah and Mike. They're very passionate about what they do, and I'm so proud of where Headjam is today because it started as a small design agency and now it's this really top-notch creative agency.
I always think Headjam's been on the right path. I suppose it's just grown up through sort of Luke and Sarah growing up, and since we've been together I've been able to bring my experience to those two. But I think the values are still the same.
One thing that hasn't changed is this really ridiculous inner drive to do good, and that's what drew me to the business in the first place, and that's what drives our decisions every day.
The great thing about having your own company is you can set your own goals and set your own boundaries.
And you have to really keep yourself focused on a true north to what you're doing and why you're doing it. So for us, it's working in the social justice space, it's producing great creative work, and it's really trying to change perceptions of society for our clients to better humanity in a little piece at a time.